Today's story is about Maria Auki, a prestigious university student who always wanted to murder someone and lived while concealing her psychopathic tendencies. On December 14, 2014, a report was received by the Nagoya police station in Japan. The report stated that a 77-year-old woman named Tomoko had gone missing and there had been no contact with her for several days. The person who called the police was a missing woman's husband. According to her husband, Tomoko was a devoted Jehovah's Witness who was actively engaged in preaching activities. However, he mentioned that she had not been heard from since she attended a church a few days ago. As the police traced Tomoko's whereabouts, they discovered that the last person she had contacted was a 19-year-old female university student named Maria Auki, who was studying at Nagoya University. At first, it seemed like there was no connection between these two individuals. However, shortly afterward it was revealed that Tomoko had been preaching to Maria for over a year. This revelation came to light on January 25, 2015. In the fall of 2013, an elderly woman Tomoko whom Maria had never met before knocked on the door of Maria's Nagoya apartment. She wore a kind smile and explained that she was involved in missionary work for a religious organization. Since Maria had no interest in religion, she declined the offer right away. Nevertheless, Tomoko persistently visited Maria's home several times attempting to engage her in religion. Finally, on December 7, 2014, Maria attended the religious organization's gathering with Tomoko. After the gathering, Maria suggested to Tomoko she wanted to continue the conversation at her apartment as she wanted to know more about her curiosity. Tomoko was delighted that Maria seemed to have opened her heart to her religion over the course of a year. The day that Maria and Tomoko discussed the religion, Maria posted a message on her Twitter account, "I finally did it." On January 25, 2015, the police summoned Maria as a witness and cautiously asked if she knew anything about the whereabouts of the missing Tomoko. To their shock, Maria confessed that since she was young she had thought about killing someone, and when Tomoko coincidentally entered their home, she saw it as a perfect opportunity. Maria stated that she believed Tomoko did not have much time left to live due to her age, so she thought it would be acceptable to kill her using an axe. The police immediately conducted a search of Maria's apartment and found Tomoko's lifeless body. The corpse was so badly beaten making it difficult to identify the form, but upon performing an autopsy it was revealed that Tomoko had been struck multiple times, and ultimately suffocated to death using a muffler-like object. Maria calmly recounted the events that occurred during the incident. She had first invited Tomoko to her apartment and seized the moment when Tomoko turned her back. At that moment, Maria struck her with a pre-prepared axe. When Tomoko asked if Maria intended to kill her, Maria replied affirmatively, stating that Maria wanted to experience killing someone. After disposing of Tomoko's body in the bathtub, Maria took 5 photographs as evidence of her actions and then left the corpse there while she spent the next day at her parents' house acting as if nothing had happened. Maria, born on October 5, 1995, had a seemingly ordinary childhood. Her maternal grandfather was a professor at several renowned universities and her father was a scientist. Her parents owned multiple apartments, providing them with a comfortable income. She had a good relationship with her parents and they personally taught her and had many conversations within the family. Maria's personality was cheerful and she had many friends. However, it later became apparent that everything was just a facade. Interviews with her elementary school classmates revealed that in the 4th grade Maria frequently talked about death. In the 5th grade, she often drew disturbing images in her notebook. By the 6th grade, she caused disturbances by attempting to put eraser dust or staple tips into the teacher's food. One day, she even tried to put sulfuric acid in the teacher's food, but fortunately her plan failed. Nonetheless, the idea of an elementary school student attempting such actions was unimaginable. As she entered middle school, her behavior became even more severe. Maria began to admire the perpetrator of a notorious serial murder case in Japan, which occurred in 1997. The case involved a middle school student who committed a series of murders targeting children. Maria's younger sister was also interviewed, and she stated that Maria had expressed thoughts of wanting to kill someone. Maria would frequently talk to her sister about it, and if her sister did not listen or show interest, she would become aggressive, hitting or threatening her sister with a knife. As she reached adolescence, Maria began to refuse to go to school and skipped many days. This behavior worried her parents, but they attributed it to typical teenage behavior. Her parents did not worry too much when Maria entered a prestigious high school, as she excelled in academics, sports, and had a friendly and easygoing personality, making many friends. However, in May 2012, during her second year of high school, Maria went to a karaoke with a friend and gave her a drink spiked with poison. Luckily, the friend sensed something was wrong with the taste, and immediately vomited. Undeterred, Maria changed her target to a male classmate at the same high school. From May to July, over 2 months, she gradually added thallium to the boy's drinks when he was away from his seat. The male classmate began experiencing unexplained abdominal pain and hair loss starting from June. By July, his vision blurred and he had difficulty distinguishing colors. Finally, when he visited a hospital, he received the shocking diagnosis of thallium poisoning. The entire school was in chaos, but the culprit could not be identified. During her classmate's hospitalization, Maria coldly visited her classmate every day, making the friend believe Maria was a caring friend. In reality, Maria wanted to observe firsthand how her friend's body deteriorated due to the poison she administered. Why did Maria commit such heinous acts? She had a motive. There was a case in Japan where a high school student attempted to poison her mother with thallium, and Maria was impressed by this story, leading her to imitate the crime. When asked about the incident, Maria casually claimed that she merely wanted to observe the effects of thallium poisoning on a person, with no personal interest in her friend's suffering, or any apologies for her actions. After graduating high school, Maria enrolled in one of Japan's prestigious universities, Nagoya University. As a university student, she continued to exhibit violent behavior. In August 2014, she attempted arson by throwing a Molotov cocktail into a residential area, but the attempt failed. However, she did not stop there. A week later, she revisited the same house and poured a flammable liquid into the mailbox. There was no prior relationship or acquaintance between Maria and the residents of the targeted house. She randomly chose it. When asked why she did it, she simply replied that she wanted to see the house burn down. Upon Maria's arrest for Tomoko's murder during the investigation, she showed an unwavering and unrepentant attitude. In court, she made shocking statements expressing her desire to kill everyone present, including prosecutors and defense attorneys. The Japanese public was appalled by her astounding attitude, and her Twitter account was discovered where she used to send congratulatory messages to notorious murderers on their birthdays. 2 days before killing Tomoko, she posted a message on Twitter implying that she would become a prestigious university graduate death row inmate soon. In March 2017, the Nagoya District Court sentenced Maria to life imprisonment in the first trial. However, she appealed, claiming to have been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder and bipolar disorder. The court ruled that Maria possessed enough cognitive and reasoning abilities to attend a prestigious university without any issues. In March 2018, Nagoya High Court rejected her appeal, deeming life imprisonment appropriate for her heinous crimes. Despite this, Maria and her defense team did not back down. They appealed to the Supreme Court, but in October 2019 the Supreme Court rejected all appeals and confirmed her life imprisonment sentence. Maria is currently serving her sentence in a Japanese prison.